Imagine autumn leaves and shiny gold swirls on your nails. That's Golden Harvest. This collection mixes fall colors with fancy swirls like high end art for your nails, Rococo style. Hey everyone, it's your favorite dynamic duo, Tiana,
And Devon.
and we're so glad you're here for today's Manny by Me unboxing live. If you love sneak peeks, live demos, and fun chat, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss our monthly unboxing on the 23rd. And if you also want more stamping info and inspo, whether you're new or a pro, we also go live on Tuesdays with tutorials and tips. So check that out on the community tab for the schedule. So this month's box is called Golden Harvest. We mix cozy fall colors with fancy swirls. Just think of like pumpkin patch meets elegant palace. It's perfect for autumn vibes, sweater weather, Thanksgiving dinner, or just making your nails feel extra special. And also let us know in the comments, what is your fall style? Are you sweater weather or are you a high-end elegant palace? Let us know in the comments. And we want to hear from you. What about you, Dev? What's your fall style? Are you more sweater weather or are you like fancy, elegant?
I am definitely more sweater weather, but the other thing is in Hawaii, we don't get any sweater weather. So for the most, like I personally I don't decorate because it's just hot season and wet season in Hawaii. Right now it's probably going to be hot season up until like January, and then we move into wet season where it gets a lot cooler and very rainy, but just looks like summer in Hawaii right now. So I am not doing any kind of decor, but I love how in other parts of the world where it does get cooler, that is a thing and it looks so beautiful.
Definitely. I feel like the weather is definitely changing, so it's coming into that fall. But I would probably say between the two, I would be a sweater weather type of person.
Hmm. I
Um,
think so.
cozy. Oh, and I love a dark nail. Who doesn't love a dark nail during
It
fall?
does. And I know, and it's funny because again, my nails right now, they're very summery and spring, but it's because that's what I have surrounding me right now.
Oh, they're beautiful. They're gorgeous.
Thank you. Should we open up the box and get into it?
Just in a little bit. So,
Okay.
of course, for anybody who's joining us each month, receiving a Manny by Me collection should feel like a special treat. And this month is no exception. So, Dev, let's just dive right into it.
Yay. So we have a little sticker, of course, and two inserts. So the first one is going to give you a little bit of the inspiration about the box, which Tiana so kindly shared a lot of that. And then the second one is going to be a how-to card to help jumpstart your creativity. So on the back, I show you exactly how to create one of the nails in this look.
Oh, there was some like fall ASMR there.
I know, all those crinkly papers. Okay, let me move the box out of our way so that way we can talk about all the fun stuff.
Okay, so you all know that it's always about the nail plates. So,
Mm-hmm.
this month, we're going to kick it off with two priority nail plates that you'll receive in your collection. And the first one is going to be MXM 161.
So I think I should remove this blue film.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Our favorite sound. And you know what? I'm going to remove this one too right now.
Ooh, we get a double ASMR.
Yes. I was like, why wait to have to try and remove it when we know we're going to need to anyways. It's always fun trying to get this off every single time. Here we go. Who has their tweezers from our Halloween CDC a couple years back?
Oh, actually, we should say that would be a good little plug-in for the special gift. We'll get there. We'll get there. So we're going to kick it off with MXM 161. And this is a Baroque style pattern with maple leaves, vines, and pumpkins. Perfect for layering and luxe fall manis. So Dev, do you mind explaining a little bit more about the layering aspects for this plate?
Yeah, so the way these plates work is you would stamp this dark layer and then this layer on top, and I will show you guys how that works a little later. And same with these. You're going to do these layers first and then this layer on top. Can you see the details?
Yes. So for the layering aspect, just think of like a solid color in the back, and then you have the outlining of the
Mm-hmm.
second stamp.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So then there's other parts, like if you wanted, you could reverse color some parts. So for example, I think this design here, there's a lot of leaves and veins here. There's only actually a few berries. So that is easy to reverse color, but trying to have to color in all those tiny lines for those vines would be so difficult. So I would much rather just layer it. For those of you who are like, why don't you guys have another layer just for the gray? Because that would take up an odd amount of space. And we figured it's more fun to give you guys more designs than give you more layers and only create still one design. And then also, if we did break it up into layer, it'd just be two little clumps, which might look a little odd. So,
Well, what I love about these plates too, that again, you have options where you can stamp a pumpkin, or you can layer the design, or you can reverse stamp. So really, it doesn't take a lot of artistry. It takes whatever your creativity is. So if you want to do a simple stamp, you can do that. If you want to get more creative, you can also do that as well.
Okay, should we talk about the next plate?
Yes. So we're going to be showing, this is MXM 162, which has more swirls, flowers, and fancy details, and in that kind of gold elegant frame style. So a lot of like pumpkins, you see pears, apples, foliage, a lot of interesting things that you can do with this too. And there are some layerable elements on this plate as well.
Definitely. Let me see if. Here we go. I'm like trying to. It's so funny because I want to make sure you guys get a good view of everything. And these are so intricate. They're so detailed with all these tiny little leaves, lots of swirls. Very much,
Very elegant.
very, very elegant is right. Okay. So I feel like with these types of plates, it's easier to show you than it is to just, yeah, keep talking about it. What do you think, Tiana?
Definitely. Did you want to go into the polishes?
Yes, I think we should. Oh,
So this month with Golden Harvest, you will receive 2 early access polishes.
and the first one is going to be Tangerine Taffeta B63 or B563.
And this is a shiny orange pearl polish. So you can already see the detail from the way that Dev is holding it. Um, very opaque and perfect for autumn.
There you go. I'm like, it's such a pretty color.
It is.
I feel like when people look at this, they automatically think fall pumpkins.
Well, wait until you see the second color then. So
True.
the next color is Bronze Tapestry B564. And this is a beautiful deep bronze shimmer. Just think of like aged gold. And
Yes.
you're so fluid when you take off the cap. I'm like so clumsy taking off the cap of my polishes.
It's really, really pretty brown.
It
You
is.
know, you may be clumsy with the caps, but I'm clumsy in other ways, which we have gotten on camera so many times. So, yep, gorgeous, gorgeous brown shade. Okay. So now, should we show them the surprise gift for this month?
Yes. So every month with Manny by Me, you get a bonus surprise gift. And this month, you'll be getting some gold foil nail stickers. So definitely check out these swirls. It matches that very elegant vibe. It feels like art from an old castle. So you can use these stickers alone. They're very thin, or you can mix them with your stamp designs. And if you remember the comment that I had made earlier about the tweezers, Dev, can you kind of show what that little rubbery piece could be used for the tweezers?
So, the tweezers have a flat side like this, and then you can use it to push the stickers down. So once you stick it on, you can use it to push it out, make sure there's no air bubbles.
And it lays flat so you can encapsulate it with your top coat.
And these stickers are so thin. I mean, obviously, when I move it like this, you're really not going to see anything, but they're very, very thin. So once you put a top coat over this, you're not going to feel like a big bumpy raised thing. No, it's very, very smooth, very seamless. So yeah. Okay, should we tell them where to go?
Absolutely. So
Interested in the box.
with Manny by Me, you get to choose your collection style. So definitely head over to www.mannyxme.com. Go onto the site right now. This collection is available on the site. And you have two options to choose from. You have a box collection, which is everything we showed today, the plates, polishes, the inspo cards, and the surprise gift for $30 a month. And if you already have polishes, we have a perfect option for you that includes the plates, cards, and the surprise gift, no polish. And that comes in a handy canvas string bag. And again, if you have a lot of polishes and you don't need it and you want the priority nail stamping plates, then this is a perfect option for you. And then we also have if you're a first time subscriber, we have a discount. So you want to tell them a little more about that, Dev?
Yes. So to save $5 off your very first express kit or subscription box, use code SUB5 and then just go to www.mannyxme.com to save $5 off your very first express kit or subscription box, which is a really good deal. If you think about it, you get these 2 early access plates, these 2 early access polishes, and the beautiful swirly gold metallic stickers. And again, if you like your express kit and you don't necessarily need polishes, then this is going to be the one for you. And then also, first time subscribers, I think you guys get another little gift, right, Tiana? First time subscribers,
All
Oh boy.
first time subscribers get an ice cube stamper and scraper. So you
Mhm.
get right into the nail stamping. You have everything that you could possibly need, and that comes with your very first purchase.
Mhm. That is correct.
And for those of you who are maybe not ready to subscribe to Manny by Me, no worries, we got you. You can try our one-time box option, which is $35, and it's also a great gift option too. We're already coming on gift season, right? So just put that in your mind there that that could be another option for you. Starts at $35. Again, head over to www.mannyxme.com. And don't forget, if you're a first time subscriber, enter in the sub 5 code when you check out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait no more. Let's head right into the demonstration, Dev.
Yay! I know that's what everyone is excited to see. So we're gonna start off strong and we're gonna do our polishes first because I'm sure you all want to see what the polishes look like when they are swatched out. So let me go ahead and show you. Okay, so we're gonna start with our beautiful tangerine taffeta. And then I'm just gonna paint one coat on. You guys get to see how opaque this is. Isn't
That's
that so
gorgeous.
pretty? Mm-hmm. I agree, it's so pretty. Now, let's let that dry and then I'm gonna go ahead and do our next color and then we'll stamp it after. So our next color is our bronze tapestry B6. I don't know why I keep wanting to skip the fives. B564.
So, Dev, what is your fall go-to color? Do you have a fall go-to color?
Chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown?
I've been very, very into chocolate brown. And it started in the summer because I was doing like, ooh, let's do like brown, golden, bronze vibes, like a very sun kissed look.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just continued into the fall. So I've been all about the chocolate browns lately. So these
Definitely.
are two colors.
Those are so pretty. And
Mhm.
definitely the orange is giving pumpkin patch fancy. Like
Right?
it's definitely
Exactly. And it looks so good with other like autumn colors. Very, very
absolutely.
pretty. Okay. So, should we stamp these colors now so that way everybody can see what it looks like on a black and white swatch?
Definitely.
And then that gives our little polished swatches a little more time to dry. Um, let's do. Maybe I'll do a pumpkin. Do some pumpkin designs.
So while Dev's doing that, I just want to mention, you might hear us say Baroque or Rococo throughout this live stream and wonder, like, what the heck does that mean? So just really, it's just really fancy word for a style of fancy nail art or just a style of art. And you can think of like gold swirls, little details that you might find in like an old castle. So like Baroque art was about like power and drama and everything was like big and expensive looking, but Rococo was about fun and elegance. So again, think of like swirls, vines, little fancy extras. So Rococo is kind of like a lighter, prettier version, more flowers and curves. Think of like icing on a really fancy cake. So when we say golden harvest has Rococo inspired designs, it really means that your nails get that royal, swirly, extra fancy look, but with the coziness of fall. Oh, look how nice that's stamped.
It did, although my hands are oily and I think I accidentally transferred some of the oiliness onto the stamper. So I'm
Uh-oh.
not getting that perfect transfer, but you can still see how well it's stamped over black and white.
Gorgeous. I can say, so actually I played with these colors already. And
Yeah, you did.
I did. And I was using one of our, I think it's the deepest shade of brown that we have, a cream brown. And it
Was
looks
it
so
boba
nice. No, I think we have one that's like a black dupe. Maybe it was boba. It could have been
or was
boba.
it leather?
No, I think maybe it was boba. Now that you're saying that, but it looks gorgeous over a really deep color.
Okay. That brown is so pretty. Stamps well over black and white. You can see a little bit of that metallic shimmer when I move it in the light.
Very nice.
Okay, I think we're ready to get into the demonstration, right?
Absolutely. Are your
Okay,
swatches dry? Or
let's
not
see.
yet?
I think they are dry enough. Let me. Yeah, I think they're dry enough. As long as I'm a little careful, it should be okay. Let me switch stampers though to something a little bit more delicate since we all know I'm a Hulk smasher. So,
I was Kev saying that you guys will have to go watch her last video where she talked
mhm,
about the things that we teach you, but that she does not do. And that's one of
mhm, yeah. That's exactly it. Tiana is exactly correct. Okay, so I'm not going to use the layer for this design just because I want you to see how well it stamps over. Well, okay, you know what? Scratch that. I was going to use this plate, but I think I might actually use another plate instead. So let's use this plate. Set yourself up for success. I put
Absolutely.
my stamper on my right side since I'm right-handed.
I can't tell you how many times I'm like stuck looking for my stamper after I've put the polish down on the plate. Ooh, very nice.
So pretty. Here we go. Gorgeous. Look at my beautiful pumpkins.
And there you have it, a really simple Rococo design that you didn't have to be an artist for, and it stamps on the first try.
Exactly. Can you see all that detail?
Yes, we can definitely see the detail. I actually use this particular design too, so I love all the line work and stuff. It's really detailed.
Mm-hmm. It is. It has so many fun swirly bits. And I know how much our customers love a good swirly nail design. So let's go ahead and move on to stamping the next design because I'm sure you want to see what that looks like as well. Maybe I'll select this design. Well, maybe I'll select this design. There's so many fun designs to choose from. I think I'm gonna go with this.
Dev, when you're creating nail art, where do you get inspiration from? Where do you gain your inspiration from?
Um, Sometimes I will look online. Well, no, frequent. I always look online. I always look online. So, for example, if I wanted to create a Baroque or Rococo style manicure, the things that I'm going to look up is Baroque art or interior design that is Rococo. So I saw a video explaining this recently. Oops, that was not a nice pickup. Um, and it explained how do you copy the style and aesthetic but make it your own. And the idea is the fact that in order to do that, you first need to kind of understand the energy or vibe of the thing that you're trying to recreate. So if I'm trying to recreate a Rococo manicure, then I'm going to want to do a Pinterest board and then create a bunch of images or find a bunch of images that have that kind of Rococo style. And it doesn't have to be nails, it's actually better if it's not. And then from there, I'm like, okay, I see that there's a lot of swirls. I see there's a lot of gold elements. So let me bring that energy into the manicure by adding a bunch of swirls or little gold things to make it look more decorative and dainty, pretty. Let's see. So
I
now
love
you
that.
yes, it's so fun.
And that's the thing about these plates too, is that there's so much detail. And as a nail artist, tell me how long that would take you to draw all of those lines out,
Oh
Dev.
gosh, no.
No,
I'm not doing it.
you just would say no.
I'm just not doing it. Yeah, I would straight up just be like, "No. We're not doing that. Not doing that at all. Nope. Nope, nope, nope." All of this is a no, thank you very much. Like, if someone asked me, "Can you hand paint this on my nails?" I would say no. Just flat out. I'm not even gonna pretend. I usually am so good at, um one of my good clients and friends, she said, she was like, I've been getting my nails done with her for over 7 years, and she's never told me no once. This I would absolutely say no. I would say, you know what, I can stamp it for you, but I'm not hand painting that. And I don't think I know any artist, like any nail tech or artist, who would be able to hand paint this, not with this level of precision. Or it's just going to take them like hours upon hours upon hours. Um,
Okay. So now that you say that, if it takes a nail artist, hours upon hours to have that level of skill, that only took you like seconds to get, how much would that cost? Just out of
Hundreds of
curiosity.
dollars, several hundreds of dollars. I think there's techs who would charge $1,000 for a set like that if you wanted all of your nails to be as detailed as this. I'm saying hand painted, obviously. Stamp, that's different. It's going to be different, but hand painted, that's going to be thousands of dollars.
And
Even
how much did you
stamp,
say the kit is?
with or without our sub five discount.
No, but I think that's amazing though. So that just goes to show too that in the comforts of your own home, you can obtain and get this kind of level of style, with detail, so much detail
Mhm.
in just seconds,
Like,
without a nail artist telling you no, that you can't have it.
exactly. This manicure here, that would cost thousand, like that would cost several hundred, if not $1,000. I could imagine that. Because for someone to have to hand paint all of these little lines, you're gonna pretty much have them booked up all day. Where they could have several clients charging, X amount depending on their work, quality, skills, blah, blah, blah. But if you're gonna take up that technician's whole day, that's gonna cost you. That's gonna cost you a lot. Meanwhile, we have these plates that never deteriorate. As long as you just like store them normally, you're not going to have to worry about them melting, the hand getting tired, taking up someone's entire day. I mean, this is reusable. Eh, Depending how you treat this could be passed down to grandchildren. I mean, this could be here for lifetimes longer than my own. So,
No, absolutely.
yeah, yeah. And again, for much less than even $50.
So that
Uh,
was a shameless plug right there, right? It's just like get the nail plates. Get the nail
yes, get the nail plates. As someone who, again, can hand paint, can do get the nail plates. I'm telling you, it's a much better deal in terms of that. Um, so yeah. So in case you're wondering where to go after that long speech, www.mannyxme.com and use code sub5 to get $5 off your very first express box or express kit and subscription box.
I know, we just did the girl math for you. Just
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
don't
I
wanna
girl
hear
math.
no, you wanna save money, and you wanna get the design you want. Get the nail
Yeah.
plates, get the collection.
Yes. Get the nail plates. Because okay, like let's just entertain the idea that maybe the nail tech at the salon does say yes to this. I
And is
can
not rolling her eyes as well.
yes, and is not giving you an attitude and is not like, "Are you crazy?" Because you might catch some of that. I mean, I would be honest, I would give some attitude. I'd be like, "Are you well? Are you paint this?" I'd give you the brush and tell you to do it. So, if you don't catch any of that, I can still guarantee you it's not gonna look as good as this. It's gonna be an interpretation. And interpretations sometimes look great, sometimes they even turn out better than you imagine. But if you're the type of person where you're like, no, I want this exact thing, then this is the thing that you need. You need these plates. So yep, and that's my truth, and I'm sticking to it. So, should we show you guys more stamping? Because I'm sure you're curious about what that all looks like, especially these designs here that we have.
Absolutely.
Um,
Go for it.
I know you guys want to see what the layering looks like. So I'm going to start with doing the green first. So I'm going to do the solid um, outline. And again, cover it with polish. Yes, you're using more polish, but if you don't pick it up on the first try, you've wasted the polish anyways. So might as well just use more polish and increase your chances for pickup. I did get my pickups a little messy, so I'm going to try again. Oh, you see, my pickup's a little messy because my scraper card is messier. So, you guys saw my last live, I had talked about the importance of cleaning your scraper, especially if you're working with solid etch designs like these. Clean your scraper frequently because if not, you're not going to get the best clean scrape, and that's going to be so important when you're working with solid etch designs that have a lot of negative space like this.
And a tip though, if you are like Dev, because I like to do, oh,
Oh, yep. Okay. Let's try that again. I don't know what's going on. Everyone send me good stamping juju. Sorry, Tiana, keep going. What were you saying?
no, but if you happen to be someone who does not clean their scraper card in between, get a larger scraper card. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You need the real estate. I do not clean my scraper cards in between. So get the large scraper card. If you're curious about what that looks like, go to our website. We have large scraper cards, but I like having more real estate for my cards. I also have huge paws too. So
Pause.
it's just like it's easier to pick up, how'd that
Okay,
work out?
this is not the most perfect pickup, but I think it's gonna work because my nail I don't think is as long as this. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. And I'm gonna go with gold base. Yep. So when you're working with this, it's going to be easier for you to layer it if you line up the bottom or the top with the edge of the nail. So I'm lining up the bottom of this design with the bottom edge of my nail. And there we go. So now we have it transferred. This makes it so much easier when you line it up. Okay, now this part. So remember how I told you guys you can do some reverse stamping if you want. You don't have to, but I'm gonna take that other route so that way you can see what that looks like. And I'm also going to be using our beautiful dark brown. Clean off your stamper as well. Also, shout out to the fact that this stamper didn't need any priming.
We love a good stamper that just can, out of the box, just do its job.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, that is a beautiful pickup. Look at that. Okay, so let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Then we're going to use our little palette here. And I have some purple polish. And then just going to go ahead and color those little grape images in. You don't have to do this. Again, you could just go about your day. But if you're feeling extra, then we have ways for you to be extra.
See, with nail stamping, you can do so many different techniques. So again, with this nail plate, you can do layering, you can do one stamp, you can do reverse stamping, which is what Dev is doing right now. So many different ways to be creative. So it's up to your creativity.
It really is. I don't even know why I colored those grapes up there when I think about it.
Because
I
you're
wonder if they're going to get transferred because again, the nail tip that I'm using is more like a natural nail length, so I don't know if it's going to be as long as that. But we did it just in case. So there we go. You can see, oh, you can see my grapes. Look at that.
cute.
Isn't that cool? Trying to move all the things out of the way so you guys can get the best view. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You can see the gorgeous like lines in there. So that's it. That's all the reverse coloring that needs to happen for this. If that's all you want to do, that's fine. That's perfect. And then you're just going to wait until this dries a bit and then you transfer it. But something else I just realized now, and of course I just realized this now, because I waited so long, all these other lines are now a little bit, they're going to be too dry to transfer. So now I need to get a rescue from my tacky base coat or nail file glue. So give me 1 sec, everybody. I think I'm gonna go in with my sticky base coat. So let me try that. So if you're wondering what is sticky base coat, it's just a clear base coat that is a little bit tacky. There we go. Just went and applied a thin layer, and then you're going to give it 30 to 60 seconds to dry. And then hopefully by that time, this will also be dry and you can see me transfer it over. So we started off kind of strong with the semi-reverse stamp. Well, I don't know. I guess, Tiana, do you think we started off too strong? We showed them two straightforward designs where they can just stamp and be done with it over a base color. And now I guess I'm showing you a slightly more advanced look. So you're going to want to wait until you don't see like a perfect reflection. So always kind of check in the light to see how the light is reflecting off of the nail tip.
You know, actually, even this background design that you stamped in this beautiful like olive green, I love the fact that you can also just use it as a background too. There are some that maybe have a little more design aspects. So you could just use it as a background too.
It's so true.
So the tackiness of the sticky base coat is now allowing Deb to get all of those fine line details stamped onto the nail. That tackiness is kind of grabbing it from the nail stamping plate. And so she's trying to be really careful because what happens with fine line designs, Dev?
So sometimes the lines like to get stuck back onto the tip, or sometimes they end up not wanting to transfer. But you're not going to experience any of that. It's going to go seamlessly for you. But I'm on camera and I have a little fan on to kind of keep me cool. So I have all these additional factors making it a little harder for me to stamp and transfer on camera. But you're not going to have those issues because you're not going to have to worry about having the big camera lights and all these different things drying out your polish.
Absolutely.
The design, Tiana?
It looks really, really delicate and really decorative. I can see a lot of the gold line work. That looks gorgeous.
Here, let me see if I can.
I think this really embodies that Rococo design, the autumn.
It does.
Harvest.
It does. Also, I'm realizing that it's like, oh, it might be a little tricky because the base coat sometimes, it kind of acts like a top coat. I'm not saying it is, but the shininess. And the shininess makes it hard for you guys to see on camera sometimes. Where these ones are not as shiny, so it was a little bit easier. Okay, moving on to our next design. And for this, since I showed you guys how to layer with this, I'm going to show you how to do a little light layering with some of these. And then I'm even going to show you how to use that sticker. So let's do a little pumpkin. I think that's what we're going to do. Because it's fall, we have to do pumpkins, right? Or, well, how about... yeah, let's do pumpkins. Who am I kidding? We love a good pumpkin. It's either pumpkins or pears. I think pumpkin.
Do the pumpkin.
Yeah, it's pumpkin season. There should be lots of pumpkins. Or maybe I'll try a different type of pumpkin. Because we have long, like, this could either be a squash or a long pumpkin. Up to you. So yeah, I think I'm going to do
the gourd. The
gourd. Yes, that's right. Just going to remove that excess. And then I'm going to go ahead and use our very pretty chocolate brown over this. Now, with this orange, you kind of like, in some ways, it feels like you don't see it, but then like the shimmery aspect of it, but then it does pop up. Like here over this green, I can definitely see it, especially when I move it in the light. It kind of has a pearl effect. It's very, very soft and very, very subtle, but it is there. Sorry, I didn't get a perfect transfer at that time.
Yeah, I feel like when it's on the whole nail with the first stamp, maybe you can't see it, but definitely over the olive green, you can see it. It's gorgeous.
Perfect. But also, you know something I realized? If I can stamp with a fan and a camera and lights, you guys are gonna stamp no problem, and it's gonna look so good because you're not gonna have all these weird constraints that I'm dealing with. Oh, whoops. So let's go ahead and use some of these stickers because I'm sure you're curious to know what that looks like. These stickers are so pretty too.
Dev, when you take them out, can you show how thin the stickers are?
Absolutely. Okay, here. I'm just gonna.
If any of you have ever tried nail stickers before and you see like really chunky ones, then you've also experienced how hard that is to put your top coat on after laying the sticker down. I promise you will not have that problem with these stickers. Look how thin they are.
It's so thin. It's so thin that when I turn it, it disappears. So that's how thin they are. They're extremely, extremely thin. Perfect for adding into your manicure. It looks great with stamp designs. So, and the nice thing is this paper is clear, or the backing is clear. It's not paper, but so you can just go ahead and like figure out over the nail where it's going to fit before you even put it on. So I think for me, I want to put one sticker here. It fits right here. And flip it over, use this back side, and then you just look at that. And then the next one, I think I'm gonna do one along here. Yeah, let me see. Maybe I can do a bigger one. It's nice that there's like the clear backing, so you can just kind of put it up where you think it needs to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of place it there. You can use your tweezers. And if you need to, you can always push down with your finger. I am such a person, I love touching things. Again, we've talked about this. I'm very, I like to touch things. So sometimes I'll just like push down with my finger anyways. Even though the tweezers did the same job. But it's so satisfying because look at this. Tilt it to the side. Nothing. Tiana, do you see
It's flat.
anything?
I don't
It's
see
flat,
anything.
right?
It looks
It's
as
like,
flat as the stamp itself.
yes, no additional bump or anything like that. And then when you top coat this, it looks so pretty, especially if you matte top coat it, which is what I did here. We did a matte top coat, so then you really get to see those gold details a lot better. Shiny top coats have a tendency to kind of dull things sometimes. And when I say that, it's because of the reflection. So for example, with our designs here, it's kind of hard to see it because they're shiny. We don't have a matte top coat on it, so all that light is reflecting on the shiny surface. Versus when we put our matte top coat and it's like, bam, all your beautiful work you can see so clearly. So highly, highly recommend doing that with these plates. It's so beautiful. Okay, lastly, what should we do, Tiana? Should I do a design from this plate or the other plate that has the layering?
We did grapes. We did pumpkins. Maybe the pear?
Okay, let's do some pears. And for this, I think for these pears, I think I'm gonna go with, I kind of want to do like a, oh, it's so hard. Part of me wants to do black stamping polish with this because I think it just really gives that fall vibe when you do a dark stamping polish with these colors, with these types of designs, and then you add those gold details in. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Do
But
it. Do it.
oh,
Do
Tiana
it.
did do it. Okay. Well, I guess that's what we're doing. So I'm going to do that, and then we're probably going to reverse color a little bit. I want to color my pears green. Oh, I overscraped. That's a me problem. And also, I don't know if you guys caught that, but I didn't put enough polish on here. So I should have covered the entire design, and I didn't. So that's why I tell you all, when you're working with designs that have a lot of fine lines or a lot of solid etching, like how I did just now, go ahead and just cover the whole thing with polish. It will make your life easier. Also, I'm using the black from our last Mani by Me. So this is the Ghost Light Gleam color. Oh, there we go. We did it. Did we do it? I did it. Okay. I just had to double check because I was like, did I really do it? Look at all the
So
detail.
nice.
Right? And this is what I'm saying. Also, like, it just gives, the black makes it feel so luxurious and very, very much fall vibes. Then I'm going to go over here and take a little of that green polish that I was using earlier. And we're just going to go ahead and color in those pears. Now, had I thought about this earlier, maybe I could have used this green nail tip. But I mean, now you get to see me reverse color some images, and I think you guys always have fun seeing that.
You know, on a scale from 1 to 10, like 10 being the most complicated, or it's like, no, you don't really enjoy it. How much do you like reverse stamping?
I would say maybe, okay, wait, 10 meaning I don't like it? or 10
Yeah.
minutes. I do it like, I would say 5.
So
I do like it.
and
I
half.
do like it, but sometimes I'm just like, "Oh, no." Oh, no. So, with this set, I actually don't mind it at all because so much of the design, like you see here, it doesn't have to be that complex or that deep. If you know what I mean? Like, there are some parts where, yes, that would look good reverse colored like this, where I'm just reverse coloring these, little pairs, but the rest of the design, I think it would look good with just a solid color underneath, which, by the way, I know the solid color here is white, but I've been thinking about this for a long time now, and I really don't want it to be. I want it to be gold. So, I'm just gonna do a coat of gold over this, and I just know this is gonna look so pretty with that gold underneath. There we go. So that's gonna take a second to dry, but the good thing is now I don't have to use a sticky stamping base, because look what's gonna happen. Oh, I almost stamped it. Like the gold with that green and black, it's just gonna look so, so pretty. So yeah, these plates are really, really pleasant to reverse color because they look like they're going to be so complex, so detailed, so intense, but actually you only really need to reverse color the fruits. All that other like leafy swirls, you don't need to reverse color it. It would look, again, beautiful with just a solid color base. If you want to get, fancy and do all kinds of other colors, that's fine too. But like this kind of image, this would just look good with black as the stamping polish and then like green underneath or gold underneath, and then just color in the grapes and you're done.
I
So,
agree. I agree. Let your base color kind of speak for you and
mhm,
those elements pop.
mhm. The way that we design these plates, because there's so much solid etching around, here, let me show you another image like this one. Let me give it a second. There we go. So this with the raspberries, I think these are raspberries. I mean, I guess they could be whatever berries you want. They could either be raspberries, they could be blackberries. All you have to do is change the color. I think a lot of people might not know the difference, especially me, because we don't have either of those that grow here. um, but if you just colored in those berries, which is essentially just like a oval, you don't even really have to worry about getting it in like in the lines perfectly, because all of this other solid etching here would be whatever the color is that you're using to stamp with. So if you did black, all of this would be black. So it's going to be hard to kind of mess up the lines with this. This is very forgiving for those of you who are maybe not um, good with reverse stamping or you're newer. These plates are perfect for you because the amount of reverse stamping you have to do is actually very, very little. And a lot of the shapes are very simple shapes. It's not like you're trying to, I don't know, color in, let's see, what would be like a really difficult shape to color in? For swirls, all these tiny little line swirls and vines. For example, vines. Vines are really unpleasant to have to reverse color because they're so thin. They take a lot of precision. Um, yeah, that can be very difficult. But a lot of these shapes that are in here that you would are like pumpkins, apples, berries, grapes. All of that are round shapes. So just blob it on and it would be very, very easy. Let's see if this has dried enough where we can transfer. Think so. I think it's okay. Now, I keep trying to move everything out of the way so you guys get the best view.
Very nice.
Look at that. The contrast is so pretty. Yeah, I will have to say stamping with black on camera will always be my favorite because the contrast is so high and it makes it a lot easier, especially when we're on camera. So cute. And again, simple. All I had to do was color some pears and stamp in black over gold base, and we have such a stunning manicure or such a stunning nail design.
But that's the greatest part is that you don't even have to do anything like that to get a stunning design.
You
You actually
don't.
just stamp that in black and then just called it a day, and you would have a
Yes,
beautiful, elegant, fancy Rococo autumn design on your nails, and you're ready to go.
exactly. Honestly, perfect. Chef's kiss. No notes. That was it. I,
Uh,
I think I think we nailed it. I mean, I don't know what more I could say to you.
get get the collection. That's what we
Mhm,
said. That was
mhm,
our shameless plug is
mhm.
get the collection.
Get the
Um,
collection. Get your plates. Get your cute stickers. Get all the things. And after that, get your discount, right? So www.manixme.com. Save $5 off again with code sub5. That's $5 off your very first express kit or subscription box. And your very first kit and subscription box will come with a stamper and scraper set.
Absolutely. So Golden Harvest currently on the site. You saw the website. Go grab it now. This is going to be a perfect collection for you to have for autumn to wear all fall long. And if you're thinking about it, www.manixme.com. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
So if you're looking for something where it's like cozy meets fancy for fall nails, Golden Harvest is definitely for you. Can't wait to see the looks that you create and share them with us on social media.
Yes, please.
Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next unboxing. Bye. Take care.
Bye, everyone.